Martina Villarreal, you've seen her in the classroom, in the community, at admin, everywhere for the last 31 years. Tell us, what was your journey? What made you get into public education?
Well, I think when I first started, I was 3 years before I came to Beeville ISD. I worked at other districts, so it's really my 34th year, going on 35 years next year. When I graduated from high school, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to major in, but I did want to attend college, that was for sure. So when I got into college, I just took my basics, and I decided one year that I would take a child development class. So in that class, I was working with students, and when I started working with them, that's when I knew that I wanted to be an educator, because the love the students showed me and the love I gave back made me decide that I was going to be able to make a difference in other students' lives.
And that love just keeps giving. A lot of people don't know exactly what you do and how important it is. Can you tell us about that?
Well, when I moved out from the campus life at FMC Elementary, I became a federal programs director. And it was a challenge in moving away from students and staff and then writing grants. But I really delved into it because I really could see the difference I made in just the grant writing, where I was able to write grants, provide for after-school tutoring, provide for curriculum, and anything else the students needed to be successful, included student supplies. So that in itself, and doing those types of things, I knew I was continuing to make a difference, but in a different aspect of my job.
We all do it for the students. Tell us, how have they impacted your life? Humorous story, if they made you cry, tell us something.
There's been a lot of funny stories, I think, after the 34 years in education. But there was one student in particular that I was really working with. At that time, I was at Thomas Jefferson Intermediate School, and I was a 5th and 6th grade assistant principal. And I had a student who was being somewhat difficult, especially at those specific grades. And something that I had to continue laughing even throughout the difficult times. And the student decided that he was not having a good day that day. So I brought him to my office, and we sat down, and I discussed with him some of the things that we had gone through in our discipline plan, of things he was going to do on a daily basis in order to continue to improve so he could be successful later on in his life. Well, I continued to go through the steps and everything that was needed and the consequences that would come to him if he continued to behave that way. So he was very serious and looking at me and saying, "All right, just give me your phone." I said, "What do you need my phone for?" He goes, "I'm going to call Wainwright right now." I'm like,
Girl, the attorney?
"Yes, the attorney." I'm like, "Okay, you don't need to call Wainwright, but we can continue to work on your behavior and improving it." So that in itself impacted me as well, because the student really dug so deep in thinking, okay, I'm really in a lot of trouble. But after discussing, letting him know that a lawyer wouldn't be necessary, that we would just have to work together.
That's a lot of life lessons learned.
That is a lot.
What do you want your colleagues to learn? What do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be that I've been kind, that I've made a difference, and I've been patient, very patient, and that I've loved. I've loved everyone from my students to my staff and my coworkers.
You have this infectious laughter that we hear in the hallways at admin. Tell us about a moment where you really impacted a student's life and possibly changed it.
I think it was a time when it was a difficult student, again, having some problems in I guess, more of a home life. And working with the student, not long ago, I received a message through Facebook from the student letting me know the impact I had had in her life when I taught her in kindergarten. I received another message shortly afterwards saying that she had graduated with her bachelor's degree from Corpus Christi. So that in itself led me to know that I was doing everything that I should have always and have done for our kids to make them successful in their life.
That gave me chill bumps, everyone. I'm really, really thankful for what you do. On behalf of Superintendent Fanning, the board, we just want to say we appreciate you. And thank you for inspiring bold leaders.
Thank you, and I appreciate all of y'all as well. Y'all have made a difference to me. I've learned from every one of you how to continue to be better anywhere that I go. So thank y'all. Y'all have really made a difference to me.
I have one last question. Any message you have for Mr. Fanning?
Mr. Fanning, what can I say? You rock.